Welcome back everyone to episode 194 of Final Fantasy XIV online with Roselore Seraphina. We have just tuned to the to this crystal and unlocked Ifrit hard. I think that will mean that we no longer have any. Yeah, we don't have that on our thing anymore, so we don't have to do that straight away. But it's now done. We need to speak with Rowena at Revenant's Toll for Weaponsmith of Legend, which actually unlocks some better gear for us. We want to do that. We also want to have a look at Ghosts of Amdapoor to unlock another dungeon, because we do have the Moogle Treasure Trove coming up, and we want to. It's coming up in about 3 or 4 days' time. We want to have as much unlocked as we can, because you never know what those things are going to draw from. Let us see on the map where that is. Also, we want to unlock these dungeons as we find them, the opportunity dungeons, because if we don't, we are going to end up with an absolute ton of these quests that need unlocking, and they can be sometimes a little hard to unlock, especially if they require you to run through the dungeon in order for you to complete the quest. So they can be pretty hard for you to not unlock but to complete. Alrighty, let's go complete this dungeon. Most of the things in this area should leave us alone. Let's not bank our life on it. And then what we might do is we might get rid of the Weaponsmith of Legend unlock, and just make sure that that is done, because that's Rowena, and Rowena's goods lead to a lot of stuff. We do want to find our level 50. Let me just get myself. Yeah, we do want to go down there. Oh God. I've lost it. We do want to unlock Rowena's stuff, because we need to have that. We do want to get our crafting bits done, so that we've got access to the gear that we need. So, oh, that's right. We do want to do the quest where we have the level 50 tools. You will not, if you are less than level 47, you will not have as easy a time roaming through here. I am level 62 with this particular character, so nothing is going to go near me for the moment. But if I was to drop that to anything lower than 47, I've had several fights on my hands there. Maxine, here at Nedric's recommendation, then you must not be without skill. That said, it is my duty to warn you of the dangers that await. This fortress was built by the Amdapoori, an ancient people who rose to power upon arcane knowledge. During the heyday of their civilization, they built magnificent structures such as this. Alas, that splendour has long faded into memory, and the keep has become a lair for the lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult. Some of the cultists have even succeeded in summoning Voidsent, and we wood whalers welcome capable adventurers who would be willing to keep their numbers in check. Alrighty. Now, do we unlock it or do we have to run it? Let's find out. Amdapoor Keep, now accessible. The Duty Finder has been updated. Now you'll notice these things are only updating in Duty Finder. If we go over into Duty Support, you'll see that running them on hard is not an option you have in Duty Support. So you are going to have to run with strangers, and if that makes you uncomfortable, then I'd suggest starting now so that you can get comfortable. It took me a very long time. I would run everything with NPCs if I could get away with it, because I was a bit scared of running with strangers. So yeah, from experience, please you just need to work on it as you're comfortable. Don't do it too often if it really makes you nervous. But yeah, people are nice in this game, mostly nice. So yeah, don't be scared of the very few who aren't. Let's go and speak with Rowena at Revenant's Toll and find out what this Weaponsmith of Legend is about. Alrighty. Mor Dhona. Ooh, soon to be our new home as a scion. That's got to be exciting. Alright. Oh my. What? I'm looking at a field of opportunity. Alright, we are going to nail that thing down, because we just want to... The Outlandish Man. Hi. Legacy of Allag. An oddly garbed man visiting Revenant's Toll has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Ghanaian Empire's general, are you not? The great Roselore Serafina herself? Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous, one might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity, you see. An opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Naught less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own ability stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, no, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name Rambrose at St. Coinac's Find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Well, well. All right. What's my quest log look like? All right. I don't think there's 13 more quests in there, but let's go find out. Alrighty, let's pick them up. Loriane. Maniac Manor. Lorian of Revenant's Toll looks as if she's seen a ghost. Ah! Oh, forgive me, friend. A most chilling encounter has my nerves on edge. I was travelling through the shroud when a man accosted me out of nowhere. His eyes darting wildly in fear, he spoke of a haunted mansion from which the tortured screams of young maidens can be heard day and night. Hawkett Manor, was it? Ah, Hawk Manor, yes. What's that? You purged the self-same manse of its unholy inhabitants some time ago. That is curious indeed. The man recounted the events as if they'd happened not days ago. While it would put my heart at ease to know this tale was but a fancy born of a few too many flagons of mead, the poor soul had not the air of a drunk or a liar. Perhaps you know someone who could shed light on the matter? Oh, why is hers red, I wonder? No. Excuse me, my bird is in the way. For keep's sake, you need to have Amdapoor keep, but don't we have that? Do I need to do that run? Right, well, let's just go and pick up. Or maybe we need to have run it once. Let me just check my journal. Alright, so down here, Maniac Manor. Yeah, speak with Ursendel. Show your primary tool, the Guiding Star. Speak with Rambrose. Speak with Rowena. I am so not going there yet. Speak with Nashu. I know. We want to focus a few episodes on the Weaponsmith of Legend. So we're going to leave that. A Bad Bladder, we do want to look after that. Alright, so it says I need to have Amdapoor keep. Maybe I'm just not the right... Oh, maybe I'm not the right level in. Okay, so if we go into here now... I know. Have a look at this. Oh, these have got rewards in them. Look, you get Allag tomestones. Alrighty. 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS. Okay, so maybe I need to do that one in order to unlock the other one. But we do have it. Okay, we actually have a duty selected for leveling. It's the same day as I selected that. I don't know what Frontline is about. Current daily frontline battle indicated under information will be joined. Successful completion will earn you far greater rewards. The daily challenge reward bonus is available once per day. Reward eligibility sets at 2 AM Earth time each day. Time limit 20 minutes duty. Seal Rock Seas. Awards obtainable daily. Cannot select with other duties. Unrestricted parties are not allowed. Any job of the discipline of war or magic, excluding limited jobs, level 30, player level and attributes are ignored during PvP and replaced with PvP specific values. Additional loot rules are unavailable. Minimum IL is unavailable. The echo cannot be silenced in this duty. Explorer mode is unavailable. Fulfill the requirements for 2 or more duties. I've got no idea what this is about. So what's that? Experience, PvP experience, series experience, and wolf marks. Oh, there goes my bird. We'll have to bribe him with some more Geisel greens. So look, I don't know. Why don't we click on that and join it? And then we'll talk to all these dungeon people. Bird, you are going to be the death of me. Oh, Curds and Slay, King of the Hull. It's definitely pirates. But that must be an advanced Stasha and not easy being green. All right, well, let's... All right, he just has 3 more. And you know what I said? There could not possibly... How do I know the pot banger? Why, we trained together in the Culinarians Guild. Here's a place in Costa del Sol now, the Flying Shark. Not the sharpest knife in the block as Jurist the Daft, but he's loyal. He's got a friend out there by name of Weeskate, and he seems to be in need of your help. What say you go look him up, eh? Yeah, so all of these quests I ignored, so I better fix that. King of the Hull. Blozoing has the satisfied look of a man who's found that which he seeks. Oh no, he doesn't. You're Roselore Seraphina by the Onion. I was hoping that you'd come by. I've got a message from an old friend of mine. Needs your help for an important task, he says. It's highly confidential business, so I can't give you his name. Let's just say he's well known in Limsa. Odds are you'll recognise him. Any road, I'm not at liberty to divulge any more. If you've a mind to take on the task, head over to Limsa and seek out a bloke named Denston. That's not my friend, mind you, but one of his men. What else have you got, Blozoing? Blozoing has a favour to ask of you on behalf of an old friend. By the Onion, you're Roselore. You couldn't have come at a better time. A friend of mine sent word that he needs a capable adventurer, you see, and I naturally thought of you. Who's this friend, you ask? Why, none other than Commodore Rayner of the Yellow Jackets. He and I met back when I first started out as a culinarian, and we've been friends ever since. Any road, I'd appreciate it if you'd pay him a visit and inquire as to what he needs doing. You'll find him in the Coral Tower with his Yellow Jackets. Okay. Well, alright, what's my quest log looking like now? Oh god. Do you reckon that anyone else has multiple quests? Well, let's find out. Hugobert. Oh god. Out of sight, out of mind. Hugobert of Revenant's Toll has news he would share in the strictest confidence. I've seen more and more visitors to this godforsaken place lately, most of them battle-hardened types seeking a worthy test of their mettle. I trust that I might count you among them. Look, you didn't hear this from me, but word has it that Copperbell Mines are looking not unlike the 8th hell in recent days. The Stone Torches would have us believe that they have matters under control, but a minor acquaintance of mine would beg to differ. He says the Torches have proven far more adept at quelling rumours than Hecaton chairs, if you catch my drift. Why do I betray this knowledge to you? I fear for my friend's life, and mine own as well, should those hulking monstrosities break free to the surface. If it's a challenge you seek, what say you accidentally find your way to Copperbell and proffer your services? I think I do have to enter Copperbell there. This time's for fun. Hugobert had heard the word of the great deeds being done at Halatali and would share with you the tales of triumph. An adventurer who can hold her own in battle. It just so happens I've gotten word of a new challenge for one of your talents. Requires a bit of travel and a dash of heroics, but it'd be worth your while. Eastern Thanland's lovely this time of year. You've heard of the training grounds at Halatali, I'll wager. Place fell into disuse after the calamity, but some adventurer or another put it to rights. Its owners aim to train gladiators and adventurers once more, just as in the old days. A little paint, a little mass burial, and other places ready to take on challenges. If you're at all keen on the notion, go and talk with my friend Al down there. He'll get you in the door. I worry about this. The Wrath of Qarn. Anyway, few things can match the ire of a brother riled, and how much greater than the anger when there are 2 of them. There's an industrious ant, an adventurer in need of a bit of business, if I'm not mistaken. The anthill you want is Emma and Sons Mineral Concern. Sons kicked it over good. They've put out word for adventurers. Have a skill, we'll move fast, that sort of thing. Perfect for you, I'll warrant. The client, bit of a handful and might aggressive, but nothing you can't handle. The twins. You'll find them at the Miners Guild. Talk to Sasaruka, he's the milder of the two. How many quests is that? Well, okay, let's mortify ourselves. Alright, we've got space for 6 more, let's go. Alice. Alice would like to introduce you to someone. She better not be setting me up on a date, because right now I've got more on my plate than yeah, anyway. Your reputation precedes you, Roselore. In fact, it's for that reason I'd like you to introduce you to someone. That minstrel at the end of the bar wandered in here the other day, said he was seeking inspiration for a new ballad, the sort only an adventurer of distinction could provide. Who better than the woman who saved the world to give this minstrel the stories he seeks, eh? Humour the gentleman, I say. Alice, you know this is a bad idea. I'm not singing because you'll all turn the stream off. But anyway, dawn may banish even the darkest night, yet ever shall primal desires burn. 2 swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. Lest you wonder, these are the words of Archon Louis Soir. While not written as poetry, I find poetry within them nonetheless. Years ago, when I arrived in this land, I was beset with peril day and night, forced to endure countless trials which tested my mind, my body, and my faith. And I am not ashamed to admit that I would have faltered had it not been for the help of a handful of nameless adventurers, honest men and women who proffered the hand of friendship to a weary soul and led him safe from darkness. When I looked upon you, I am reminded of them. I can tell that you are well travelled and possessed of both constancy and character. You are a woman of the adventuring profession, yes? I seek a valiant hero whose deeds might serve as inspiration, and I have reason to believe I've found her. After all, was it not you who faced Gaius van Belsar and his Allagan weapon? You must tell me everything that happened. Omit nary a single detail, I beg of you. And so we do. Truly a tale worthy of legend, and so eerily it matches the writings of Archon Louis Soir. 2 swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. The Black Wolf was a conqueror who aspired to rule through might, and the weapon was key to his ambitions. Yet in the end the people of Eorzea entrusted their fates to a brilliant blade, the Warrior of Light. A rather fitting moniker in my humble opinion. Thank you. At last I found the inspiration I sought, a battle to decide the fate of a realm. The words, the notes, I feel them coming together. Your tale, Roselore Seraphina, your song. From an era long forgotten, a blade of midnight drawn, from a distant land uncharted, a warrior who bears the dawn. The duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Oh my. And now we have to confront the Ultima again in the Minstrel's Ballad, Ultima's Bane. Oh my god. Alright, how many quest spaces left? 5. I better get and move on with these, hadn't I? Blood for Stone. The daughters of Ishgard have a wintry gaze, but Felice looks upon you with something very like favour, alloyed with a certain urgency. I seek a certain adventurer for a cause most just. Are you not, Roselore? Ha! I thought you had the right aspect. 'Twas you who played the thief in the night at the stone vigil. The dragons guard their keep jealously, it said, yet you slipped unseen into the cloudy fortress. 'Twill not be their keep for much longer, however. The forces of Ishgard amass by the sea of clouds. Now, this is for your ears only, but the blockade is but a prelude to attack. Lord Drillamont commands the siege, and he would have your counsel. I'm but one of many who seek you at his behest. You must be a woman of rare quality. The proud knights of Durandare are not accustomed to taking, let alone seeking, outside help. Ishgard is the cradle air I breathe, and I yearn to see the stone vigil reclaimed from the Dravanian horde. Will you not go to Whitebrim Font and speak and aid Lord Drillamont? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, is that everyone? Right, we've got a little bit to do now. What we actually came here for, before I got a little bit sidetracked, so all of those quests have popped up since completing. There are 2 left. Oh my god. Since completing Thingamy, what's it? Let's wander up here. So Guiding Star wants to see a level 50 tool in our hands. All of these are traders, and sometimes you'll get quests off them, but what we're here for... Uh-oh, I've lost her. I actually want to speak to... I have lost her. Let me go into here. Alright. Okay. I want to tick out of sight, out of mind, because it's ready for completion, and this time's for fun. We'll get those 2 going, and then what I'll do is I'll grab the main story quest moving on, and we'll make sure we've got that in our sights as well. Okay, so that's what we'll focus on, and then we'll move our way down the thing. Am I still booked for this front line? More than 30 minutes, yeah. I don't think we're going to get in. If we don't get in there soonish, because it's brand spanking new for me. Alright. Curthis Central Highlands, right. So let's just start with Torch at the Copperbell Mines. Just simply because we need to start somewhere, and he's at the top of the list. So this is the other reason why they often say stick to one class and go through, because you do get to do a lot of things, and now there's a lot of things my alternate characters don't have access to. So I am going to have to stay on this one. Copperbell, you know where that is. What are you on, girl? You go out the front gate. Not round the wagons. Wow. Lunatic. Okay. Up this way. I know, right? What are we doing? $11.29. Still forming a party. Still, it's now 30 minutes instead of 22. It is a different time of day here where people might not be available for it, so I may have to come back tonight and run it with a different character. I'll just have to remember which ones have unlocked it and which ones haven't. So yeah. So the thing is if you want to be able to take part in a lot of guild activities, you've got to be able to have the things unlocked, and this is one way of finding all those things that you need to unlock. And if you're looking for special mounts or other things, well, then you need also to do this. An adventurer, baseless rumours notwithstanding, I can assure you that your meagre talents are not needed here. No hecaton chairs have returned to the mines, and even if they had, the stone torches would be seeing to the threat swiftly and ably, as is our wont. I know not what you just heard, but it was most certainly not the tortured scream of some more unfortunate miner being consigned to the maw of a bloodthirsty giant, birthed from the gods' forsaken depths. Ah, 7 hells! It's true, all of it. We thought we'd seen the last of them, but we were wrong. Horribly, dreadfully wrong. Let down our guard we did, and now Copperbell is overrun with a damned legion of the fiends, each one nastier than the last. We've already lost scores of our men to the chaos. The few that have returned alive claim that even the once docile Spriggans have gone mad, falling upon the poor miners in droves. So much for being harbingers of wealth and fortune, eh? The stone torches are loath to lean on the strength of outsiders, but I cannot in good conscience place full pride before the lives of good men any longer. You reclaimed these mines once. The torches, nay, the entire nation of Ul'dah would be forever in your debt if you could perform the deed again. I beg of you, friend, banish those fiends to the depths that they may never resurface. Alright, and now I think I have to actually enter them, don't I? Copperbell Mines, now accessible. Are we down 1 quest now? Oh, we're back down to 25. Alright, so we don't have to enter them. Okay, now where's our next quest? This time's for fun. Into our map. Camp Drybone, let's go. Oh yeah, Halatali. So some of these you'll get away with not going in, obviously. But there's a few that you do have to go in, and those ones are an absolute devil to finish. Alright, let's get off that. I'm going to head up the ramp. I know. I am lost again. That ramp. I know, I couldn't see it for a minute, and this is what happened to me last night when I was running a dungeon. I just could not see where I was going, which is not so bad if you're a healer because you can follow your tank. But when you're the tank and everyone needs to follow you, then it's a problem. So yes, I'm working at getting to know the dungeons better as a tank. It's like, oh no. I'm finding tanking harder than healing. DPSing is okay. But yeah, these two roles take a lot of practice, the tanks and the healing. So does DPSing well, because you've got to kind of not be a burden to your healer, who's got to focus on the tank. And you've got to see how much damage you can deliver as well. So it's a bit of a challenge. Alright, let's talk to Arth. Welcome to Halatali, where heroes are made. I am Arth, and any friend of Hugobert is a warmly regarded acquaintance of mine. Didn't mention he used to tread the sands, did he? Been trying to get that smooth-talking son of a Hydra to take up the gladiator trade again, but gets easily distracted, Hubert does. Now, I'll wager he didn't put two and two together when he heard your name. You're the lass for Johnny over there was talking about, aren't you? Ha! I knew it. The liberator of Halatali herself. Thanks to you, we've made it nice and deadly in there again. Got to restore the Colosseum Games to what they were. It's no lap of luxury, I'll warn you. Place could use some more freshening up. And there are some lurking crawlies that need a good killing. But the brass blades are on that detail. So, what do you say? Care to experience the new and improved training grounds? We'd be honoured to have the liberator of Halatali return as a challenger. I just bet you would. Quest complete. Halatali Hard, now accessible. The duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Alrighty, let's go to Gegaredu and Costa del Sol and see how that goes. I know I am spending an absolute fortune on Etherite travel today. That's okay. Alright, we've been queuing for 17 minutes and the queue time has increased by 8 minutes. I'm not sure that's a good usage of time. What we'll do is we'll get to our first dungeon challenge and we'll drop out of the frontline queue and just put the dungeon challenge in. And I'll probably just have to run a few episodes where we're waiting for that challenge to come through. We scat. Roselore Seraphina, I shall have to thank Druswites, for he was as good as his word. He promised he'd find you. I'm lucky to have such friends. What can I say? The company of heroes, you keep good company. And that's what I need your help with. I'm sure you'll remember Brayflox. In a bit of trouble she is. As the captain of the guards here, I can hardly go charging off to her rescue. Yet, would I forsake a friend? Never. And so I thought of you, Roselore. Truly, your timing is fortuitous and your fortitude unmatched. If there's any who can help our mutual gobby friend, it's you. Now off you go then, to Brayflox's Longstop. Right, now I think I'm going to have to run Brayflox's for this one. That was one of the ones that are not, it's not on our thing. It's definitely Pirates, Maniac, Curds and Slay. Okay, we'll pop that up because that looks ready for completion. Nice. But we'll do this one first while we're here. I know, you ever want to improve your time management and focus skills? This game. Because you get to a certain point where you've got to be focused. Gegaredu. Ah, oh sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? To Titan's Bane, I mean, Roselore, what brings you to my humble resort? Flahamin? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Uldar? Egads, woman, if I had known that, I wouldn't have chained her to my bedpost. I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Gegaredu? Oh, for shame! To think she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegaredu. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks, see if there are any witnesses who might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel onto Wineport and do the same. Well, Elfino, where did you spring from? All right. So we are going to go and gather information in Wineport, which is just a little hop, step and a jump away. Zippity-doo-dah over to here. Or I could grab the teleporter, go to Eastern Lanacea and click on Wineport because that's so much easier. I know, I've got to be nice to myself, but why would I do that? Okay. Also, Brayflox is in this area as well. You might have noticed she's up here, so it's a nice kind of hop, skip and a jump. I've got two spaces. I've got moving on and moving on, so we'll investigate those while we're here in the wine growing region. Possibly inside might be a better option. Ah, the good old beer glade. Well, if it isn't Roselore, the saviour of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due. But her perfume was so ghastly, I'd no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand? If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Wow, okay. Let me just go over to the merchant and mender, because we've done a little bit of battling. And I think we should repair our gear. Now, our gear at the lowest level I think is 49. So while we're here, let me just check. Yeah, so 49 and 50 and 49. So let's see if this guy sells anything higher than 49. Battle gear. No, it looks like he's into the 35s, so he's not our man for improving our gear. We do need to... Did I not go and see... what's her face? We didn't go and see Rowena either. Let's go see if we can find the information we need. Up here. So if you ever see a little arrowy thing next to your... I think if we go up here we'll get an arrow pointing down. No, we won't. Alright. Oh, no, here he is. If you ever see an arrowy thing, it's up and down. Okay. Hey, you want to know if I've seen a Makoti lass by the name of Falamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Except in yourself, of course. I'm sorry. Oh, sheer frustration. That poor man. Let's yeah, I know. Grumpy. Let's go and chat over here to our blind friend, Shamani Lamani, who is one of the best noses in the business. Shamani. I see you've had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Roselore. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that, so robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar, reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Hey, thanks, Shamani. Let's go. I know, we're going to nail down a few of these adventures. Then I think we might need to do some labs. I should also be paying a bit of attention to my challenge log because that's going to help me level with whatever class I happen to do. I know, I'm looking at the white dots down here and I'm thinking I should get some of the materia out of my equipment. Extract materia. Not the materia I've melded, but the materia that grows with long association. Let's do that while we're at it. Alrighty, so the weapon has some materia attached. We'll just extract that. Then the third one. Let's extract that. And the fourth. And the fifth. Second down. And the bottom. Don't retrieve it, extract it. Okay, retrieving it means you pull off the material you've already got attached, which would be bad. Once you've extracted all the material, you need to update your gear set, and it'll register that stuff without it. Let's just sort everything up again so we can have a better idea of our space. You'll see we've extracted some repeats. But we are getting to a point where we need to increase our crafting classes in order to be able to meld that materia in. We are trying to keep an eye on our gear, making sure it's not broken, because if it's broken, then it's not going to do you any good at all, no matter how much you want it to. Let's go for a bit of a sprint. We're heading up to Brayflox's Longstop to do Curds and Slay. I'm not sure if this is going to require us to go in, but if it does, then I might actually ditch the daily challenge frontline. I've never played it anyway, so that's okay. And we might see what we can do about getting the dungeon off the list if it decides to become part of it. I'm saying we're probably just going to be able to finish this here. Brayflox all talks. Pshko! Goodly Uplander is here to give lent hand to Gobbyflock of Brayflox. Uplander's tongue flaps make for happy gobby. Brayflox ear catch enemy foot noise. Illuminati may want Brayflox's secret. Dirty take they try and try. Psh! Stinky sweet secret recipe Brayflox can give to gobby friend. Brayflox's cheese is most tasty fresh, and now Brayflox is a hunted gobby. Brayflox is no cheese maker. Brayflox free cheese recipe from Illuminati. Cheese is gobby birthright. No gobby die make Illuminati cheese lords. But now they want to make Brayflox dead gobby. Brayflox give Uplander lent hand in pastime, yes? Might Rockman fall with gobby help? Yes? Mighty Rockman. Now time is come for lent hand to be Brayflox's iron fist. Shkah! Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Brayflox's Longstop hard, now accessible. Rightio. Sigh. Alright, but we have nailed down another quest, haven't we? Like, we go to our quest log, we're now down to 23. Alright, the aim is to get down to 17 again. We got this. Now, off to continue with our main story quest, which we're trying to do at the same time as we do other things. We're going to go all the way over here. I reckon I might... You know what? My bird can fly now. Jump? Yes. I love it. I have missed flying so much. So holding down the shift key lets you rise. The only thing is you've got to just watch where you're flying. So we don't have to fly through hordes of monsters. Not that any of them would bother us, but it is much quicker to do it this way. And we'll just ascend. Boom. And hop off the budgie. Alrighty, now we need to go looking for Philharmin. These are the flowers. Wow, look at the size of those things. But in the shadow of the cliffs, right, is what he told her. So maybe she's over here. I know, this is like the second time I've done this quest. So I've forgotten a lot. And I'm dyslexic. Wait, there she is. Giant pelican will leave me alone. What am I, 62? Yeah, we're good. She's completely oblivious. Hostile presence. Oh wow, he does not look impressed, does he? Whoop! A horikubu. I know, Fluffy is such a good budgie. Be in my tank, Fluff. Hi, how you doing? I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and well, yes, and Flahamin, I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume, Minfillia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. Question is, why? Not everyone who endeavours to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfillia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lanasea aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers to use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Very well. I'll just make my own way back, shall I? Let's start zippity our way back through the teleport. Alrighty, so we've got 2 main scenario quests. How many did I say we had to do per day? Yeah, to get it done within a year. I know, right? And then we discovered the impossibility of that. Alphino. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfillia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Me too. Is that a dark band of healing? Let's have that thing. We'll go grab our next quest. So this is quest number 3 out of 10 for 2.1. All things in time. Flahamin has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. His pleasure. I know. Oh, wait. He escorted all of us. Well, that's lovely. I know. What was that about? Let's head on up this way. Enter the solar. All right. Minfillia. Antecedent, you have a guest. He looks way too pleased with himself. Lahamin? Asilia. Oh, she's missed her mama. I haven't seen her like this in years, Roselore. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. The Celsedia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Roselore, however. I could not have made it without her. Oh, it's fine. It was just a gooboo. Thank you, Roselore. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lahmin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I'm at a loss. Why are you returning it to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You've succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you've yet to do and of what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here any more. You and the Scions must leave Uldar. Lamin, you built it once, Asilia, you can build it again. And this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. Well, look at that. Complete the task. We have a choker of maiming. I'm going to take the choker of fending. I forgot completely to put these on a little bit ago. And guys, before I pick up that next quest, I'm afraid it's time for me to go. I know we had one long episode already. I won't subject you to another. Well, not yet anyway. We're still waiting for that party to form. I will record another episode shortly. But on that note, I am going to leave you. If you enjoyed it, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.